Hi everyone, it's Nicole, and I have another layout using the September Double Scoop Studio Calico kit. This is a 30th layout with this kit, and it took me an hour and 25 minutes to complete. I am totally down to a bunch of scraps, and it is the second pattern paper. So altogether in this kit, there was 20 sheets of pattern paper, but then I bought the add-on and the more pattern paper. So I had 40 sheets of pattern papers, and this is a 30th layout, and I have one more to go. And I think what I'm going to do is I might start just uploading every second day, because I had 3 days off, but what I ended up doing was I didn't do any layouts. I just kind of got caught up on stuff, and I did the journaling for all my pages. So that's all done. But now only have, the two layouts ahead. So I like to have a little bit more layouts ahead. So I might just upload every second day for a little bit until I get caught up again. I put black thread in my sewing machine, and I'm just going to sew right down the side of that where I put the pattern paper. And I was having issues with my thread, and it was giving me a hard time, so I'm gonna thread it again. And I think the tension was just a little too high, so I brought down the tension, and then it sewed so much better. Not a little better, not a ton better, but to me, even though it's not perfect, like if it was on a piece of clothing, I'd be like, oh, this is horrible. But it's on paper, so I'm not too upset about it. Even if it's not perfect, I'm okay with that. I just want some kind of texture on the layout. I'm going to put a little bit of thread, a couple more spots, and then I'm going to put my sewing machine away. And these pictures, again, I'm still doing 2006. I'm trying to get a little bit of pictures done from that period of time. And what I'm going to do is all the layouts that I got done. I had a few questions about that too. And what I do is once I get my layouts all done, like now they're all journaled, all 31 of them have journaling on them. So tomorrow I'm going to sit down, I'm going to divide them into pile. Like if I had any New York, 2006, all the 2006, I'm going to put together all the different events or years, and then I'm going to put them in the correct binders. Now, up to a few years ago, or up to like a year ago, when I would just put the layouts in a binder as I was getting them done, my goal eventually is to go through all my albums and divide them in the correct years. When I'll get that done, I'm not really sure. I was kind of hoping to wait till, we build our new house, and I have a bigger craft room and more room to spread out, because then I can make piles and I don't have to do it all in one day. I mean, my room right now is about 9 by 9, so it's not like little, but I can't spread out. And so that's my goal, because somebody was asking me how I keep my albums. Right now, I try, as soon as I get them done, I put them in the correct year, but before I didn't do that, and I'd like to fix that. So these pictures, like I said, they're from 2006, and when Ice Age the Meltdown came out, and we took our kids to see it. And when our kids were younger, going to the movies, like, it's still a treat, but it seemed like it was more like an outing, even more when they were younger. And it was like a treat for them, and they really liked it, and they really liked the drive-in and all that stuff. And they really loved it when a new cartoon would come out, and we would go see it. And we would watch for the releases and go to all our favorite movies. It's actually been a treat for me to go back and pictures that are a little older, because it's bringing back so many memories. So I still have my 2006 box in my scrap room, because I keep them in a different spot, because I have too many photo boxes. And but I still have that box in this room. So I think I'm going to go through it and see if there's anything else, maybe as I start my new kit, see if I can scrap maybe, 5 or 6 more layouts from 2006. And then I'll grab another box and try to another year. So I took that pattern paper that came in the kit. It was sort of yellow and white, and the background was, the back of it was white with brown hearts, and I seem to have used the other side a whole lot more, so I want to make sure to use that side, and that's what I use to mount my photos on. Now I'm going through the cards that me and Maureen exchanged, and I'm trying to find some that will coordinate with this layout. And I end up finding 2 of them that I like, and I'm going to use them on this layout. I'm going to use that banner one. I'm just going to cut around it, and I'm going to use it as a banner. And then that card right there coordinates with that banner really well. It has a stripe down the side, and that's where I'm going to start my title. I'm going to use the gray thickers that came in this month's kit, and I used it on, I think it was 14 layouts, because I did my Kill a Kit video, 14 layouts. I did 16 layouts with a pattern background out of 31, which is huge for me. So that means out of the second pattern paper, let's say, there's 16 of them that I used for a background, which is awesome. And my Scraptastic kit, as I started, I don't have a second pattern paper, so I can't see that I'm going to do as many, but we'll see. So I'm going to use those rubber thickers, like I said, the gray ones. And I was out of certain letters, so I went to get my second package. I think I have 4 of those, but I can't see them going to waste. Any lettering kind of material or scrap material, it's not going to go to waste. I use stickers or thickers on every single layout. Now I want my letters to be red, so I'm taking a red Copic marker, and just a word of caution, the Copic markers leaks through the wax paper. So I just took the back side of my thicker sheet and I just put it on that, because it was going through and marking my yellow paper in red. So just so you're aware, it does go through wax paper. And I'm just going to put a few coats, and I go on the side of the letters just to make sure that it covers it, perfectly. And I love changing the color of thickers with the Copic markers. It works so well. And I haven't bought any thickers Copic markers in probably 2-3 years. And I find the variety of colors that I have, I'm okay with, and I don't feel the need to buy any more, because I don't use them for coloring. Maybe someday I will, but for now, I don't. So the little banner, I didn't want to put it over the stitch part. I want to stitch the banner on it. So I'm going to stitch the banner onto the layout. And I'm just going to use the black thread that's already in the machine. I'm trying to use my sewing machine a little bit more. Not that the sewing machine was, terribly expensive. I bought the cheapest that there was. It was only like $90 or $99. But I did invest in quite a few thread spools. So I want to make sure that I use it. And it's just for something different too on the layout. I want to use that arrow that Maureen gave me. She gave me some scrapbook materials with the exchange that we did, and I'm trying to use the stuff that she gave me and that Annie gave me. And now I had a leftover Project Life card from another layout, and I'm going to use it, and I'm just going to put it in a few spots on the layout. And at one point I'm going to walk away. I do scrapbook quite late at night a lot of the time. So a lot of times I just, at one point, I'm just too tired and I go to bed. But I find that that's good because by the time I come back, I feel refreshed. I totally look at that layout in a different way. And that's when the ideas just kind of come to me. So as I walk away, I'm going to think of that die that I got from My Favorite Things, and it is of a Viewmaster. And I thought, well, that'd be just perfect for this layout. And I also could cut a few flags from the leftover of that Project Life card, so I didn't waste any of that Project Life card. There was another Project Life card that had the cutest little banner with a little happy face on it. So I cut that out, and I'm going to put it right there with the other banners. And that's where I'm going to put my title. I'm going to end up moving that arrow to the top of the layout. And here I'm going to put some doilies, but I'm going to change that here in a little bit. I'm going to use some October afternoon little letters in white and red. And it's just, the title is just, We Love the Movies. I want to do another title, but it was just going to be too long. I want to do Let's Go to the Movies, but it was just too long. So I'm just going to change it to We Love the Movies. And I had taken out, instead of enamel dots this time, I want to use some sequins. So I had some nice red sequins that I got at Studio Calico. And this is where I decide that I'm going to use my Viewmaster, and I had a scrap of vellum, and I'm going to cut out 2 or 3 of them, and one of them is just a partial one, and it's just so that I can, if it's mostly underneath the pattern paper, it doesn't matter that it's just a partial one. So I'm using my Cuttlebug, and I cut it out 2.5 times, we'll say. So I'm going to put my Cuttlebug away. And that's the die right there, and it's from My Favorite Things. And I put it away because I'm so afraid to lose my dies. And it's a nice Viewmaster. And I'm going to take away the doilies, and I'm going to cut the Viewmaster in half, and I'm going to put that instead of the doily. And it just kind of goes with the page, a little bit more because it's about the movies. And so at this point, I'm just going to re-put the punched out circles that I did. I'm going to do a third cluster at the bottom right of the layout. I put a half of a Viewmaster there too. And I'm going to just cut down the bottom of it so it fits. And I also added, I got some glitter tape around Christmas time, and it was a nice bright red. And I just wanted to add some more red to the layout because the pattern paper to the left side is in red. So I just wanted to add some more red. So I just cut the ribbon, glitter ribbon, I guess, or glitter tape into the shape of a flag. And I'm sorry, I thought I was in the view, but I guess I wasn't up high enough. I'm having some issues with my shoulder, so I find sometimes if it's too far back, my shoulder hurts, so I probably pulled it a little too close to me. And again, I'm using my quick dry adhesive to glue down the layout. And there's just a clear backing to that glitter tape, so you just have to peel it off. Sometimes it's a little hard to get off, but once you get it, it glues down really well. And at this point, I moved the paper clip, the arrow, I guess, to the top right of the layout. Now I'm going to play around with those sequins in red, and I'm just going to spread them out over the layout. And then I'm going to use my quick dry adhesive and glue them down. And that glue dries, clear, so it doesn't show once it's dried. And once that is done, I'm going to take out some twine, I believe, or maybe I do put some washi tape on this layout too. So I went and got my red twine. I'm just going to ball it up and put it in the 3 clusters. And this twine is from Freckled Fawn. It's a little thicker than the other twines, but I really like it. It's not flimsy at all. Like, it really has a nice thickness to it. And again, I just put a blob of glue and I put down the twine into it, and it just dries and stays in place. I haven't had any issues with it falling off or anything like that. And then I realized, oh yeah, I wanted to put some washi tape on this layout also. And I'm going to take my washi tape that came in a Studio Calico kit, and it says Smile. And I'm going to put it in the 3 spots on the layout. I have used that washi tape so much. I love it. And there was a few months I had to put it away because I was putting it on every layout. So I wanted to be, to use other washi, so I put it away. I put the washi there, and then I decided I don't like it at the top of the layout. I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to put it in behind the flag, and I like that much better. And then I also put some washi at the bottom of the layout. And this is where I believe I'm going to move the washi. Maybe not. Maybe I move it in a little bit. And I want the layout to have a little bit more texture. So what I'm going to do is I'm looking for, I guess I did move the washi now. Then I'm going to go look for a stamp set. And so I'll probably walk away for a few minutes there to where I keep my stamps. And it's just basically like an arrowhead. And I'm going to take out my butter bar ink, and I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to stamp. One spot I'm going to stamp 5 arrowheads. The other one I'm going to stamp the whole length of it. And then at the bottom of the layout, I'm just going to put 3 of them. And I wanted some staples just as an added texture to the page. So I put staples in the 3 different embellishments. And I'm just trying to figure out where else I could put some staples. And then I'm just going to add a couple of staples at the bottom, or 1 staple at the bottom right, and then one or a couple where the title is We Love Movies, or We Love the Movies. And while I'm doing that, and then I'll be looking for a stamp to add, like I said, I just want to say to everyone, like, thank you so much for your awesome comments. I read every single one of them. I tried to answer, answering a couple of them there the other night. I've been trying to get a lot of things done. I'm trying to get caught up on a lot of stuff. I ended up doing journaling on 30 pages, and then I did my Kill a Kit video, and I put all the remnants of the kit away, and it's all stuff like, it doesn't seem like it takes a long time, but all of a sudden you have like just hours that are just poof gone away. And so I'm trying to get started on the Scraptastic kit that was the February kit. And I was hoping to get that started today, and I ended up, instead I cleaned my craft room and I journaled. I finished journaling all the pages. I did a few voiceovers so that I am up, not up to date, but a little bit ahead. And but I just want to let everyone know that I do read all your comments, and They're always so sweet, and I really appreciate them, and it keeps me motivated to get more done. So thank you so much. I'm going to put the date at the top of that flag, and it just says 2006, and I use some October afternoon letters, and that is from their new releases just a couple months ago, and they came out with a ton of alphas in all different colors, and there's usually 2 alphas per sheet unless it's a chipboard, and then there's only 1, but they're awesome. I just absolutely love them. And then you just saw me adding that arrowhead stamp in 3 spots with the butter bar. Now I'm going to put my layout in my box. I'm going to add 2 colors of mist, a red and a yellow in 3 spots. And then I'm going to show you some close-ups. And I think I'm going to take out my journaling pen, and I'm going to do the journaling right, because I knew the camera wasn't going to, expire on me. So I figured I'd do the journaling and get it done, because I knew I wasn't going to start the new kit until all my journaling was done. So the more that I can get done, the better. And this wasn't an in-depth, page. So it's not as if I had to sit and think about what I wanted to say. And here are a few close-ups of all the different clusters, and that's it. The page is done. So thanks for watching. Bye.